Slick, so many people are really starting to realize, hey, Bron, you didn't make the playoffs last year. The year before, you were bounced in the first round by the Suns in a 5-game series. It was ugly. It was ugly. DeAndre Ayton dunking on everybody. It was ugly. So now, Slick, do you trust the Lakers, or superstars have said it, do you trust the Lakers to make a playoff run?
No, I don't trust them, because I don't trust that both Anthony Davis and LeBron James are going to be on the floor for all 23 games. And to Anthony Davis's point, he's right. Every game matters. They've got to make up ground, significant ground, against teams that are vying for the same thing. There's nobody in front of them that's laying down right now. They all want the same thing that the Lakers want. And the last time, so we got 23 games left.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the last time that Anthony Davis played 23 games in a row?
2020.
Beginning of last season, and it's the only time in the last 3 years
that's not good, Slick.
that he's done that.
That's not
now,
good, Slick.
If we're talking about this year, we're talking about this season, he's only played 12 games in a row. And LeBron has only played 9 games in a row.
Okay.
And the other element to this is that everybody believes that, okay, well, they can make the stretch run. They can play 23 games in a row. They're ready. They can go. And that's all they need. That if you have LeBron and AD, they're going to get it done. Their record when LeBron and AD have both played over the last 2 years is 23 and 25. So as much as I want to see them get there, as much as I believe that LeBron and AD are committed to making this happen, I can't help but look at what's happened and what their availability is. And you're saying, do I trust that? No, hell no, I do not trust that they can get there.
Joy, where do you stand?
It's a lot of data.
It was.
It's a lot of data. Data. I trust LeBron James. I know. You just gave us a lot of real important stuff, and I'm just flying in the face of it because of the crown. I really can't say I trust Anthony Davis, even though I think Anthony Davis is the slightly more important factor to this situation and them making the playoffs. But I trust LeBron. LeBron has said these are the most important 23 regular season games of his career. We know what LeBron is when he's locked in. They did make some important moves in this trade. If they play well, if Anthony Davis is on the floor, LeBron is locked in. They all understand the seriousness of the Lakers making the playoffs this year. Last year was bad. 2 years in a row is an entirely different conversation for the Los Angeles Lakers with a LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the roster. So I'm going to trust that LeBron is going to figure out a way to make it happen.
Now, the motto of this show is typically facts over feelings. But after everything Slick said and Joy said, I got to put my feelings over my facts.
Just went feelings
because
over facts.
if I'm being honest, the more everything Slick said, I have to agree with because it's factual. Like, objectively, he's correct. And I even want to side with Joy on the stance of blindly trusting LeBron. I have for roughly 17, 18 years now. The problem is I was bamboozled last year. Remember, Shady, I believe it was August of last year when LeBron put out a tweet. It was him and Russell Westbrook, and he talked about, like, hey, keep doubting us. We gonna prove the doubt is wrong.
Right.
I was like, hey, if Bron said it, it's gospel.
Right.
Get it notarized. It's gospel. What happened to the Lakers last year? What happened to Russell Westbrook last year and what happened to Russell Westbrook this year? What happened to LeBron last year and LeBron this year with the Lakers? So I've been bamboozled dating back to, if we're being really honest, let's go to the playoffs where they lost to the Suns, 2021? 2021 playoffs. Remember, LeBron goes into that zero dark 30 mode, whatever it's called, zero dark 30, I think.
Yeah, dirty, yeah.
He gets off IG, gets off his socials. I was like, oh, let's go, Bron. Yeah. Let's go. You just want a chip in the bubble? Let's go. What happened? They went home to Cancun.
They went home.
So the only reason I do believe the Lakers will get in is because my feelings, Shady. My feelings are stronger than my facts.
So are you going with him?
I'm going with him because of LeBron.
Because you went for the okay.
LeBron.
Okay, so listen. When you speak about the king, be respectful. Put the crown on.
Put the crown on, too.
And the king we trust. Now hold on. Let me go. I'm gonna go to you. Then I'm gonna go to him. Now you said that you've been bamboozled, right? About the tweets and all that.
Yeah.
But whatever when he tweeted, Los Angeles, I promise you I'm gonna bring y'all a chip. You remember that tweet?
I do.
And then what did he do?
He brought him a chip.
Okay, thank you. Number 2, Anthony Davis. Yes, he has been hurt a lot. I think he's finally committed. He looks healthy. He's playing well. They made a great addition. Come on, D'Lo been balling. D'Angelo Russell's been balling. He brings that outside shooting that they need. They need a solid point guard. And no disrespect to Patrick Beverley and all that, but they got a real point guard now. And I feel like if LeBron James can do it, Why would you doubt him? And if I look at the record, the schedule, that's the 6th easiest schedule remaining out of all the other teams. So if they got a chance to make the playoffs, I think they can do it.
Yeah, look, I saw the schedule thing too, and I wanted to give that
makes a
credit.
difference.
But it's based on what teams' records are right now. And we've got the Golden State Warriors with a 500 record, right? Do we think that with Steph Curry comes back and they're making this stretch run and they're going for the same thing that the Lakers are going for, that they're a 500 team? Right. The Minnesota Timberwolves, do we think that they're a 500 team? Like, these are talented teams. So I don't know that strength of schedule.
Aren't the Lakers the same, no, big dog? Because the Lakers are not who their record is based upon full health. And the Warriors are not who their record is based upon full health. So everything you just told me about the Warriors, about the T-Wolves, hell, about the Mavericks, because Luka's missed some time here and Kyrie Irving just got there. Like, everything you said must be applicable to the Lakers as well.
Not saying that's not true. Okay. I agree with that. But who's in 13th place? Who has to make up ground? They can't just be as good. They have to be better. And, Shade, I hear you. LeBron promised a championship to the Lakers faithful, and he delivered.
Thank you.
But if somebody tells you 3 things, and the first thing is true, and then the next 2 are lies.
He done got you, Shady.
You might
Are you the 4th time?
He got you.
The 4th time, like, okay, you know, this is the right time.
What?
This is the time to shoot. That's what I'm thinking. It's a pattern. And then we talk about the king.
I'm going with the trend. Which way we going?
Joy, is there anything objectively that you can say to a Lakers fan, as a LeBron fan, as a LeBron stan, if you will, outside of just like my emotions, your emotions? What can you draw onto to say, you know what, the Lakers might do it? Is it D'Lo? Is it Beasley? Is it the roster lineups? Is it getting Westbrook out of there? Is it getting Pat Bev out of there? Can you speak to, you know what, some other confidence in the Lakers? Because it does look bleak. It does.
It is bleak. It is not. It is bleak. But they made moves. If they were going into this part, I don't like calling it the second half, if they were going into this part of the season, this stretch of the season, with the same situation that they had gone into the All-Star break with, and LeBron is saying this, then yeah, like what happened that you would be turning this around? But they did make moves. They did improve. They brought what they needed in the shooting. Anthony Davis is healthy. LeBron is healthy. You got to go do it. So it is possible. There are some teams on this list who are actively trying not to win. So that does work in your benefit. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that the players are trying to tank, but you know there is a player coming up in this draft everyone's interested in. And
but are those teams ahead of the Lakers right now?
I mean the Jazz would like to fall. The Jazz would like to trip.
Okay, that's one.
All right, but they play them a couple times.
I know, but they've got to leapfrog. They got to get to at least to 10.
I'm not saying.
So they can't. They got to leapfrog more than one team.
I'm not saying.
They got to leapfrog 3 teams.
I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm saying I've seen LeBron James do incredible things before. Yeah. And the last time that LeBron James and Anthony Davis were healthy, they did what? Won a championship. Now, the rest, there was a lot of other factors.
Look, the last time they were healthy, they played 48 games together.
I mean,
and they were 23-25.
Healthy, locked
and the king we trust.
Here's what I'm curious about.
Thank you, Shady.
Here's what I'm curious about, and we'll take this to break. Slick, my thought is this: the Dallas Mavericks, they just made a move. They're ahead of the Lakers. They had adopted Kyrie in that trade. You don't know how that's going to work out. The Clippers, they just got Westbrook. You don't know necessarily how that is going to work out. Steph Curry, he's still hurt. You don't know when he's going to come back and how healthy he will be. Because if I'm being honest, that injury to Steph Curry, it wasn't like that crazy of a collision. It was just like oh, wow, there is some residual pain there. If you think about Zion Williamson and the Pelicans, like Zion be hurt. So when I think about 5, 6 teams in front of the Lakers, and I'm talking 5 seeds, 6 seeds, like legitimate playoff teams, what leads you to believe that they won't falter also? Because, you know, Russell Westbrook might be subtraction by addition.
It's not that some of them won't falter. Again, I'm just going to the numbers. And I get no pleasure out of this.
Of course not.
I would love to see LeBron and the Lakers, after making these moves, have this heroic run and be part of the play. I mean, how exciting would that be? There's not a team that they would leapfrog that I would say, oh, I would much rather see them in the playoffs than LeBron and the Lakers. But all that said, I'm just looking at the numbers. You have all these teams that made these moves to improve in the same way the Lakers did. And percentages say, are 3 of them going to drop off, and are the Lakers going to be one of those that prevails? Again.
You kind of coming around, though. You kind of coming around with us a little bit. He's kind of slowly.
He's slowly turning that corner.
He's coming over. It's okay. Slick. It's okay.
Look, hopefully.
A lot of wishful thinking going on.
Hopefully by the next block we'll have him convinced.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.